Hey, you're gonna be okay. You always are. And yes, this time feels different, and that's because it is. That's because you're seeing it finally clearly for what it is. You're seeing them finally clearly for who they are instead of repainting them on who you think they could be. That person isn't real. That's you seeing you in them. So it's gonna hurt like a bitch to see them clearly for who they are. It's gonna hurt like a bitch to grieve the story of what was. It's gonna hurt like a bitch to grieve the story of what could be, what should be, what would be. But it'll hurt less than staying in a relationship that requires you to abandon yourself to try to save them from themselves when they have no fucking intention to do anything but bury you. And why would they want to do that? Because they do not have the capacity to be the fucking person that they pretend to be. But you're going to be okay. And the peace is going to come from your knowing. You're knowing that your love was pure. You're knowing that your integrity was intact. You're knowing that you were loyal to them above and beyond anything that they ever deserved. And you're knowing that they're never going to find that in another person again. Well, what if they do? They won't. They're going to try. They're going to try to repackage some version of you so that way they can prove to themselves that they made a good choice of getting rid of you, even if you're the one that left them. They're going to try to repackage their fragmented ego in somebody that's willing to tolerate it again, in some version, but they're never going to find the whole package again. You know why? Because you know how you move is rare. You know how you walk is rare. You know how you were willing to forgive the unforgivable. And now you know you'll never do that again, which means they're never going to find that again. But you will, because you're the one that gave it to someone that didn't deserve it in the first place. You can create that family and that home 1,000 times again. And in the hands of people that will know what they have in the first place, and they won't. You were the family that they always desired. You gave them the home that they always wanted, and they were not big enough to hold it. So your peace comes from knowing that you created all that. And now your peace knows from knowing you're going to recreate it for yourself. And if you ever decide to allow somebody to come to your table with love and kindness, you will never, ever, ever reconsider minimizing yourself to fit the narrative of someone else's deficits. You're gonna be okay. They won't. May they meet themselves in someone else and suffer accordingly. Oh, did you expect love and kindness because I'm a therapist and that's what I'm supposed to say? No, that's staying in the trauma response. If you weren't in that people pleasing, you wouldn't have stayed as long as possible. Staying trauma informed means that it will inform you. Everything you've ever transmuted will be a part of your power now, which means you're going to be consciousness, which means may you reap what you sow, and so will I. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is.